Good morning, student. Welcome back on your science online classes. In the last class, we had studied about the different types of a teeth and its function. Now today we are going to learn about the tongue. So now let's move to the topic, that is a tongue. Here see that picture diagram of a tongue is given there. It is a muscular organ, and here different taste buds are located in the tongue. That first one is sweet, second one is the salty, third one is a sour, and the last one is a bitter in taste. These tastes identify the food which we are taking, whether it is a sweet in taste, whether it is a salty in taste, whether it is a sour in taste, or it is a bitter in taste. Let us learn in the detail. Let's see the paragraph. The tongue is a muscular organ and helps to mix a saliva with the food. It pushes the food towards our teeth. The tongue rolls the food into the bolus, which is easy to swallow. It is pushed down towards food pipe or esophagus by means of series of rhythmic muscular contraction that go by the name peristalsis. The tongue is the main organ of a taste. Taste buds located on the tongue distinguish whether the food is a sweet, salty, sour, bitter, etc. Thus, taste buds help us to select the right quality of a food. The tongue also help us to speak. Yes, tongue is a muscular organ. With the help of a tongue, the food is mixes with the saliva. Saliva is secreted by the salivary gland. Then it pushes the food towards our teeth. The tongue helps to swallow the food. It pushed the food with the help of peristalsis movement through esophagus to the stomach. Tongue is the main organ of the taste. Different taste buds are located on the tongue: sweet, salty, sour, bitter, etc. These taste buds helps to detect the different taste of eaten food, whether it is a bitter in taste, sour in taste, or salty in taste. Tongue also helps in the speaking. Now let's move to the next topic, that is a esophagus. Esophagus is also called as a food pipe, or it is also called as a alimentary canal. It is a long tube that connects the mouth and to the stomach. Let us see. Esophagus, it is an approximately 30 centimeter long tube that connects the mouth and the stomach. It takes about 6 seconds for solid food to reach the stomach after it is swallowed. Liquid foods travels faster down esophagus. Dr. William Beaumont, known as the father of gastric physiology, got a unique opportunity to watch the chemical process of digestion taking place in the stomach and analyze the content of digestive juices in the stomach of Sister Martin Alexis, who had a hole in his stomach. The powerful muscle in the esophagus gently pushed down to the stomach in the wave-like action called a peristalsis movement. Actually, the peristalsis movement takes place through the alimentary canal to push the food forward. Yes, from the given content, we had learned about esophagus. Esophagus is the tube connecting the mouth and the stomach. It is about 30 centimeter length. It takes about 6 seconds for solid food to reach the stomach. Liquid food travel faster than the solid food through the esophagus to stomach. The powerful muscles in the esophagus push food down to the stomach in a wave-like action. That movement is called as a peristalsis movement. Now we will move to the next topic, that is about that stomach, how the digestion take place in the stomach. Let's see the paragraph. Stomach, it is a J-shaped muscular bag. It can hold up to 2 liters of food at a time. Food stays in the stomach from a few minutes to few hours, depending on the type of food. The inner lining of a stomach secretes the mucus, hydrochloric acid, and digestive juices. The mucus protects the inner lining of stomach from the corrosive action of the HCl. Gentle movements of the stomach wall churn the food, mix it with the hydrochloric acid and gastric juices, changing it into a semi-liquid state called a chyme. The enzymes present in the gastric juice helps in the breaking down proteins into amino acid. The hydrochloric acid kills the harmful bacteria that enter along with the food. It also creates acidic environment required for the enzymes to work. In the stomach, the milk is changed to the curd and the food gets partially digested in the stomach. Sometimes we experience vomiting. It is nothing but antiperistaltic movement of the stomach wall and the esophagus. Yes, from the given paragraph, we had understood about how digestion takes place in the stomach. Stomach is a J-shaped muscular organ. It can hold a food 2 liters at a time. Food stays in the stomach for a few minutes or either few hours depending upon the type of a food, whether it is a solid food, semi-solid food or liquid food. The wall of a stomach secretes a HCl, digestive juices and mucus. Mucus is a slimy like a substance which protects the inner lining of the stomach from HCl, because HCl is a corrosive. HCl is a hydrochloric acid which corrodes it. This HCl and digestive enzymes acts on the food and convert it into a semi-liquid state, that is called as a chyme. And the digestive juice secretes the enzymes also. The enzymes present in the gastric juices helps in breakdown of the food. The HCl also kills the harmful bacteria which is present in the stomach that enters along the food. Yes, in this way we have studied about the how digestion take place in the stomach. Now let us move to the next para, that is about how digestion take place in the small intestine. Let's see the para. The food leaves the stomach at intervals and enters the small intestine, the longest part of the digestive system. It is about 20 feet or 27 meters long and is a highly coiled tube consisting of 3 parts: duodenum, jejunum and ileum. The last step of digestion takes place here. The muscle of the small intestine mix the chyme with the digestive juices that have been secreted by the inner lining of the small intestine itself, the liver and the pancreas. In the duodenum, the liver and pancreas pour their secretion, bile and pancreatic juices respectively. These juices contain salts and enzymes. The bile breaks up fats into tiny droplets, which are then acted upon by enzymes and split into a fatty acid and glycerol. The pancreatic juice breaks down starch into simple sugar and proteins into the amino acid. Now, let us see how that digestion takes place in the small intestine. Yes, from the given content we had learned that after digestion in the stomach, food is changed into semi-solid food, that is called as a chyme, and this chyme is then pushed to the small intestine. In a small intestine, it is the longest part of the digestive system. It is about 20 or 27 meters long and it is in the high coiled tube like a structure connected to the large intestine. It consists of the 3 parts, that is a duodenum, jejunum and the ileum. In a small intestine, the chyme is mixed with the digestive juice which is secreted by the liver, pancreas or by its body wall. Duodenum is the first part of a small intestine. In duodenum, the liver and the pancreas pour their secretion. The bile breaks up fats into the tiny droplets and proteins into the amino acids and the fats into the fatty acids and the glycerol. The pancreatic juices breaks down starch into the simple sugars and proteins into the amino acid. So in this way digestion occurs in the small intestine. Now after digestion, that this is sent to the small intestine. How the absorption take place in the small intestine. Now see the next para. Yes, how the minerals and vitamins do not need to change. It is directly absorbed by the cell. Yes, cells are able to absorb them as they are. As the food moves further into the jejunum and ileum, the lower part of the small intestine, it is in simple soluble form and is readily absorbed into the bloodstream. Absorption occurs through numerous finger-like projections on the inner wall of a small intestine called the villi. The villi increases the surface area of absorption of digested food and have fine blood capillaries close to the surface. Yes, from the given paragraph, we had learned that from duodenum, food passes to the jejunum and ileum, that is the lowest part of the small intestine. The food is passed from the duodenum is a simple soluble form and it is easily absorbed into the blood streams. Then absorption occurs through numerous finger-like a projection in the inner wall of the small intestine. That is called as a villi. In the villi, the blood capillaries or blood streams are present, which absorb the energy and circulated to the different parts of the body. The villi also increases the surface area of absorption of the digested food. Here the see in the picture that you can see the finger like a projection is there. This is called as a villi, and in villi you see the blood capillaries are present. This is the capillaries, this is a blood capillaries, and through the blood capillaries the soluble food, that whatever the energy is produced, it is absorbed by the blood capillaries.